Picture this. Every time you blame somebody else for your problems, you are handing over your power, your ability to shape your life. Nobody is coming to save you. But the good news is, as soon as you start to take responsibility for your actions, for your choices, for your outcomes, you reclaim that power. In this video, I'll show you why taking responsibility and owning your actions is the ultimate superpower. First, let me tell you what happens if you do not take responsibility. Every time you point your finger in blame at your boss, at the economy, at your mom, how she raised you, you outsource your control. This is not only disempowering, but it's also a direct message to your subconscious that you are not to be trusted to handle this situation. And over time, this chips away at your self-image and it makes you feel smaller and less capable every time. Think about it. If you are late for work and you blame traffic, you miss the real issue. Maybe you didn't leave early enough. If a project fails and you blame your team, you miss the chance to learn from your role in it. And this creates a cycle. Blaming others feels good momentarily, but it traps you in a victim mindset where you are powerless to change. Psychologically, this is devastating because your subconscious internalizes these messages, lowering your self-confidence. Studies in psychology, like those on locus of control, show that people who believe that they are in control of the situation and that they are in control of their outcomes are much more happy and more successful than those who seek the control in the external. Giving up responsibility is not just a habit, it's a choice that weakens you. Does that sound familiar to you? If you know somebody who likes to externalize responsibility, send them this video and see how their life transforms. And now let's flip the script. Taking responsibility is like grabbing the steering wheel of your life. When you own your decisions, mistakes included, you are saying, I have the power to shape my future. This builds trust in yourself, consciously as well as subconsciously, because you are proving to yourself that you have the capability to handle life's challenges. As an example, imagine that you are trying to get fit, but you keep missing workouts. Instead of blaming a busy schedule, you take responsibility and say, I have not been prioritizing workouts enough. This opens the door and the possibility for change. Now you can prioritize workouts and actually schedule them. Maybe waking up 30 minutes earlier would do the trick, or marking them in your calendar like your meetings. And suddenly you see yourself as somebody who makes things happen. This aligns perfectly with a concept that we've been discussing in the previous videos. Finding and becoming the best version of yourself. Because becoming capable, disciplined and powerful is exactly what your best version is and expects of you. Plus, there's a practical upside. By taking responsibility, you'll learn much faster. Imagine that you're doing a presentation and failing at it, you blame the audience. You learn nothing. But by admitting that you didn't prepare enough, you open up the possibility to do it better next time. This is a complete mindset shift. I used to blame others for my stress before I realized that my calendar, how I prioritize things and how I schedule everything lies completely within my control. How do you start? Here are 3 practical tips on how to reclaim your responsibility. First, own your daily choices. Start small and become aware. Every time when you make a decision that doesn't turn out to be a success, analyze it, see what was your role in it, and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Do this without judgment, because this reinforces your ability to learn from your mistakes. Second, reframe challenges as opportunities. Instead of saying this is unfair, say how can I grow from this? This shifts your mindset from a victim to the one of a problem solver. And this builds trust and competence within yourself. Life is always a mirror of your internal state. And when you become powerful internally, you project that power to the external as well. And third, track and plan your wins. Every day in the evening I sit down and have an internal conversation with the best version of myself. We discuss what went well during the day and what can be optimized. We also plan the steps that we need to take on the next day to make it a successful one. This creates a recurring cycle where you start to learn from your mistakes and become powerful in your actions. And here is a pro tip. Become aware that you are in control of your choices and align this thought with action. Because thoughts alone won't cut it, but if they are combined with action, over time they will become ingrained in your subconscious and shifts the view of yourself from being a bystander to the movie of your life to the main hero. Again, nobody is coming to save you, but that's a gift. Because when you start to take responsibility for your actions, for your mistakes, for your life, you reclaim your power. You stop eroding your self-image with blame, but instead you build a version of yourself that you can trust and admire. This isn't easy, but it's worth it. Because every step towards responsibility strengthens your confidence and reshapes your reality. If this resonated with you, check out my video on meeting and becoming your best version.